gentlemen, it's a great privilege and honor. And the greatest honor is to meet every one of you, every wonderful faces, every name, every profession, every candid people. And for that reason, I want to be very grateful for those who can make it here and some of you who couldn't. I hope you get to be able to hear me speak sometime again in the soonest future. I was trying to make a speech or get a point. I just could not get my thought all through together. However, I want to start with the basic and just give you a general feel where we started from. Many of us joined Labour Party not because we knew Labour Party. Many of us joined Labour Party because we saw an opportunity of hope and change, an ability that God gives us to exercise our own choice, independent choice. And above that, we also see the possibility to be an instrument to bring change to a society that is ravaged by bad government, bad leaders. As such, we joined the movement. Some call it the obedient movement, or obedient movement. Many of us became obediently useful. And in that process, we became Labour Party member. And somehow by the grace of God, I won't say by the might, the knowledge, the skill, or my ability, some of us saw the need to have a party that would take into account not just the present situation, but lay a foundation for the next future and generation, and expand it to not just the first generation Nigeria and UK, but the second, third, fourth generation, to turn the party into an identity rather than just a political circle. Some of us worked very hard and we successfully established the party. Regardless of the differences in establishing the party, we were able to accomplish a couple of things. As such, I would like to list some of our achievements. One, the party was recognized. The party was inaugurated. A caretaker committee was established within that time. We have a teething problem. We're able to have a website, email, open an account, not a personal account, as been said in some reports, but rather a professional account, a business account for the party. We're able to charge some people for registration fees and membership fees. We're able to set up state chairmen to develop state identity and support their state directly. In addition to that, we're able to look at different projects. We're setting up a project of data or projects. We're also looking at campaign projects, narrowing our campaign activities to a certain place. So we're able to do all that, and as well, finally form an alliance with different support groups. The Obedient support group, we started developing a relationship with them, pending any other disagreement. However, our vision and our passion, why the party itself became something of a juggernaut, is because we not only believe in the OB movement, we believe in our ability to contribute to the change that is needed in Nigeria. One of the things we took pride in is not just to have a group of people who live in the diaspora just supporting the party in Nigeria, it's also to set up a policy goal. Because not every one of us will go back to Nigeria. And for that reason, we set up a policy goals whereby we would try to push on the party and say for those who are living in the diaspora, some might go back when Obi went, many may not go back. We have to have policy that reflect the Commonwealth nation. We have to have the policy that reflect the IOC nation, the benefit you be in a club that you have a benefit of. We also have to reflect and push on a policy where those of us, like any other country, have the ability to register and vote. So as a party, that was our primary goal. Apart from PO winning, we had a vision for beyond PO victory. We had a vision and a purpose. As I always say, I'm a man of purpose. with clarity and sense of direction. I may not have all the tools to drive to where I'm going, but I know exactly where I'm going. I'm dog-headed. People say I'm stubborn. Yes, I'm stubborn for a reason. People say I don't listen. Yes, I don't listen to BS and bullshit. People say I'm too principled in some way that, yes, it is. Integrity cannot be compromised. As such, I'll state it here and I'll state it anywhere. The supremacy of the party is paramount. The supremacy of the party is paramount. No one is bigger than the party. Nothing is bigger than the party. The party stands, you follow. Even PO is employed by the party. So when I interact with people, as the chairman, I make you understand the supremacy of the party transcends my personal identity. And I've always said, for those who care to listen, I do not pray to be the chairman forever. My goal is not to be an everlasting chairman. My goal, as simple as it is, I see myself as Moses. I've been to the mountaintop and I'm back to lay the foundation, the laws, the direction, the vision, the purpose, the clarity, the sense of identity, that by the time we lay down the foundation, others have something to build on. So what have we done? We've opened an account. We've set up an email. We've set up different committees. We've designed a policy agenda. Right now, if you go to the website, you can actually register yourself on Labour Party website. We've linked state chairman to the state. We've done a lot. And so I want to thank some individual people. Bannerinburg. Even though we fight, and I must tell you, you don't want to hear us fight. You must not try to get in between us when we fight. I think me and Valerie should have been married. Because we fight more than anybody else I know on this planet. Thank you, Valerie. Love you, love you. My crazy brother there called Godwin Daniels. Godwin Daniels is a warrior. He's a warrior and a rebel, but he's a warrior. He's a loyal friend. And I love him to bits. There are many more people that have contributed immensely. They are not just loyal, they are also like a mentor. Among them all is my very gentle friend. Let me show you. As a deputy chairman, even though in age, in experience, in life, in achievements, in everything you can use as a quantitative description to say, this man had everything 10 steps ahead. But he always called me my chairman, sir. Not anything but sir, my chairman. Sir. Not like he doesn't know my age or what I know his worth. So I want to thank you personally. With due respect. Sir, thank you. My darling baby sister niece. She's my pride and joy. I hold her so dearly to my heart. She doesn't say no to me. It's yes, uncle, yes, please, yes, brother, yes, please. Even though when I call her at 2 o'clock at night. Sarah Kigwe, I love you, my baby. I love you, love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you that I called you. You never even shared. You just said yes. So thank you. I want to thank my uncle as well, the Edo State Chairman, for everything. And for this moment, I just thank you, uncle, for your faith. And at this moment, I also want to announce that the Labour Party that we've started has not collapsed, has evolved. It has evolved, and now it has evolutionized to different responsibility. Before I forget, my very dear friend Cashmate over there, I apologize. my true mentor, guidance, my secret whisperer of wisdom that you must always take to. It make foolish things make sense, and make sensible things foolish for you to understand the difference. So, Kashmir, my dear brother, I love you from my heart. I also want to use this opportunity to say something, and I don't want it to be a surprise to you all. From this moment, I am no longer the chairman of Labour Party, and I want of UK chapter, and I want to introduce to you, and I want you all, the same love and commitment you show, the same passion and enthusiasm you gave me, even in the face of tribulation, challenges, questioning, you stood, you believed, you fought the fight, you danced the dance, you listened to the music, you drank the Kool-Aid with me, you bleed where I bleed, you share the pain where I feel the pain, you carry the cross and willing to die on the cross with me. For this reason, I beg you, I want you to show the same commitment to this person. Do not look at the person because of what you may have heard, or do not look at the person because of the way the situation of my chairmanship was resolved, but look at the person on the responsibility that now befall on his shoulder. Its responsibility, number one, is to unite. Number two, to keep growing the party. Number three, to establish a strong base from the way I see it. So for that very reason, I want you to join hands with him, not against him. You cannot say you are obediently useful and then turn against him because of your love for me. You are not a true believer of obedience, or you are not a true believer of Labour Party. If you truly believe in Labour Party, take my words. Stand with Humphrey Ebe Omorojon. Please come out. I now officially introduce you to the new Labour Party chairman. I may have stepped aside. I've stepped aside with grace. I've stepped aside in peace. And I've stepped aside with the great privilege, knowing somebody credible is stepping in to take my place. So if anyone say otherwise, please, for the first time, rise on your feet. The last time I'll tell you as your chairman, rise on your feet and acknowledge the new chairman of Nigerian Labour Party UK chapter, Humphrey Omorojon.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity. I'm very, very happy. They spoiled my hair, that's why they fear to remove my hat. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely humbled. Please sit down. Please sit down. I'm extremely humbled to stand before you. It's not because I'm the tallest, the smartest, the most educated. It's just times comes when certain responsibilities fall on us, and it just happens to be me today. I know some of my friends here want to hurry away, and I'm going to release them very quickly. So please pardon me if I'm not touching all areas I should. First and foremost, the gentleman standing here, he was going to sit down. I pulled him back. We've started communicating only a few weeks ago, to be honest. But in those weeks, I can assure you, I was very, very impressed. He may be our chairman emeritus, but he may be saying he's stepping aside, but I can assure you, here and now, that he's fully part of this Labour Party. Those people who were in the UK coalition with me and who are still in the UK coalition with me, because I'm wearing double hat right now. I'm also the director of administration of the coalition of the support groups. They will tell you we are like a family. In fact, I accepted this responsibility because I know they are behind me. if they were not there, I won't accept it, because you can't walk alone. I've earned brothers and sisters. So, Honorable Chief MD, that's what we know you as. With all due respect to you, sir, you are an honorary chairman of Labour Party UK. And I said something to somebody today, I'm not going to say who. I said, oh, chairman is calling me. He said, which chairman? I said, once a chairman, always a chairman. So you are chairman emeritus. Take that from me. So we respect you. You are part of the establishment. You are an old hand. You are an experienced hand. You've actually established a lot of things that we are going to be growing on, and I'm so happy that you are on with me. And I told you something privately. It was a discussion between you and I. I said, with you behind me, you were trying to explain some things to me that I should look after. I said, I'm not going to start thinking about anything I should look after. You are there. So if there's anything that needs looking after, we will be walking along together. So don't worry about that. So I thank you for the opportunity to step in your shoes. It's a big shoe. So I hope my feet are good enough for the size. Thank you very much. As for the rest of us, if you are a member of the Labour Party, you are a member of the family. So welcome. Welcome to the family. And I just want to mention, Matthew has already mentioned some very important people from the old Executive Council. There are a few members here who belong to the new Executive Council. And I just want to quickly, you know some of them already. Some of them were from the old Executive as well. Somebody like my brother Casimir, who happens to be our secretary now. I've got my legal advocacy director there, who is looking after us. I've got Dr. Osimenya, who happens to be a member of the committee. I've got Tony Chineduchukwu, who also is a member, and Dr. Odogadi, who is not just a member, but a senior member, and one of my strongest whip. You won't understand, but you will with time. Most of all, I've got my brother, with whom I don't do anything. Everybody that knows me knows him. If you don't know him, you don't know me. He's no other person than the man who's been DJing for us. He's DJ P, we call him. He's Preston, he's a user. He's got that many names. If I start to name them, we won't live here. Preston, please, for recognition. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, the new Labour Party that I am envisaging is one that carries everyone along. Like our Chairman Emeritus rightly said, that the first thing we need to do is to unite. We need to come together. We are Labour Party. Position or no position is not an issue at all, because it's not what you are. Even before some of us had positions, we were already playing big in the obedient movement thing. So let us continue until our principal wins. One thing I always tell people, if Obi doesn't win tomorrow, where are we? That's the main reason I joined the Labour Party, so that this fight, this struggle can still continue. But I'm hopeful, I'm almost certain that Obi will come out on the 25th of February 2023 as the winner. Amen. As our president-elect. Please raise a hand for that, because it is our hope. Obi himself said he was going to move Nigeria from consumption to production, but there is something he doesn't know he has already done. He has moved us from hopelessness to hope. Many of us, myself being one of them, we're on plan B out of Nigeria. I actually, a couple of years ago, went to Rwanda and bought an apartment. I'm an African, I need an African home. Nigeria didn't look like home anymore. I can't even go to my village without being afraid of being killed. So I moved to Rwanda. My younger brother, the little property he has, investment he has in Nigeria, he's pulled it out. And many people were doing that. I'm just using people that are close to me that I know, but many people were already doing that until Obi came. So the hope Obi has given us, we must build on it. That is why each and every one of us must eschew all forms of, I don't know which word to use without over-exaggerating it. Indifference, misunderstanding, let's put them aside. Let's look at the bigger goal Obidati ticket is our main aim. If that does not happen, most of the things we are doing here, we've all wasted our time, big time. Can you imagine Asiwaju becoming our president? We don't want that. And for that, to avoid that, we need to work hard. I just need everybody to come wherever, whichever area you are in, the group you are in, please donate if you need to. It doesn't have to be big money. Just put something there. People are not stealing money. I belong to so many groups where I donating and I'm seeing what people are doing with the money. Nobody's pocketing it. Some of us, I have my own group. It's one of the biggest in the UK with over 2,000 members. Believe me, we've spent millions and millions. This morning I sent 1.2 million to Nigeria. Please help, support in every way, physically, emotionally, financially. We need it. God bless you.
Amen.